Hello, Ramley and other NFL family. Peo time here with another week of Pick'em. Kind of salty. I went 6 of 13 last week. So my late season surge to try and win this thing probably not happening. However, I do this to, for your hopeful entertainment. If you love to see someone who's, I would say, mediocre at picking games, you've come to the right place. But seriously, guys, I'm having a lot of fun with this. Thanks all for picking. Couple of shout outs here. In sole possession of first place, ESPN fan, that number picks one. Still there. He went 9 of 13, or she. I don't know who you're, I don't know. Anyway, this person went 9 of 13. However, John DeHurdy, 123's picks, he had a big week going 11 and 2 on the week. So good for you to catch up there. And then Saints got robbed, been strong all year here at second place. And honestly, guys, look at all these amazing, super awesome, probably really attractive. I'm going to assume if you're in, because I think only attractive people are allowed in this league. Here, all these people have a shot of getting that first place. There's a couple weeks left here. We're talking week 14 this week. Like, look at this Wolf Packers guy. Whew. He went 9 of 13 that week. Or if we go to Nifty down there, Daniel C15, Legion of Boom, MKI Sports. All these cool people got K Cool. Giannis is here. He had like a terrible start to the year, but now he's in 6th. That's crazy. Way to go, Giannis. King Rez, Mo Miraz, 13s, right up there. It's anybody's game. Anybody's game. So appreciate y'all tuning on in here. That's the shout outs here. Let me get to some picks. All right. So I'm going to share this tab. And again, hopefully I do better this week. Okay. First game. Oh my. This is the first game of the week. Oh boy. Oh, I got to turn off my heat pump because I don't want you guys to have to hear that. Okay. Wow. Patriots and Steelers. This screams pump fest or punt fest. Especially because the Steelers are going to have Mitchell Trubisky at quarterback, which, you know what? That might be okay. I don't know. I'm going to guess it's Bailey Zappi for the Patriots. But yeah, this game, it's a Thursday night game. Could be a weird game. It's in Pittsburgh. I don't know if I have the guts to. I picked the Patriots last week, and they didn't put up a single point on a team that only scored 6 points on them. I'm picking the Steelers. I can't trust the Patriots anymore. And to be honest, I think a lot of Patriots fans have embraced the tank mindset. So that's kind of where your season's at. So how the mighty have fallen. Buccaneers and Falcons. Ooh, a divisional matchup here. This is a tough one. This NFC South, just, I don't know who's going to win this division. I could see either of these teams winning this. It's in Atlanta. Falcons are at home. You know what? I'm taking the Buccaneers in this one. Yeah, I think Buccaneers make it even more interesting of a division race. And just Mike Evans, shout out, 10 years in a row going over 1,000 yards. That's impressive. So yeah, I'm taking the Bucs in this one here. The Lions and the Bears in Chicago. Yes. Okay, well, we all know the Lions are a drastically different team on the road. They've been kind of inconsistent as of late. Ooh, this is a toughie. I have so many ways I think this game could go. I actually think it's going to be a fun game. I do think the Lions ultimately will come out on top. They're a team that just looks like they're ready to win here. So I'll take the Lions over the Bears. The Colts and the Bengals. Whoa, a 50-50 pick'em split. That's rare. That's cool, huh? The Bengals looked really good on Monday night. The Colts have looked really good as of the past couple of weeks. They're I think you can officially call the Colts a feisty team. Yeah, feisty. And the Bengals, I think, given Burrow's injury, I think you can say the resilient team. So you got the feisty team versus the resilient team. Give me feisty. Gonna take feisty here. I think the Colts get a big win against the Bengals. If the Bengals, do I want to change that? No, I'm sticking with feisty. Sticking with the Colts. I do think if the Bengals were to win that would make some interesting noise on the AFC playoff picture because the Colts, they're in that 7th spot. The Jaguars and the Browns. Ooh, and Trevor Lawrence likely not in this game. Flacco for the Browns likely to start for them, I'm guessing. So a couple question marks with this game here. I'm gonna the Browns. You know what? I'm taking the Browns. Yeah, I thought about taking the Jags. It's in Cleveland. I think Flacco can do something. Even though that Jags D is really good. I think this will be a lower scoring game again for the Browns, but I think they can defeat the Jaguars in this one. The Panthers and the Saints. Ooh, the NFC South 2 division game. We got that's fun. That's exciting. Can the Panthers beat the Saints? I'm not comfortable saying this. I don't think the Panthers win many more games. They might win one more this year. I don't think this is that one. Saints have been inconsistent, but I still think they're the better team. I'm like 95% of people picking the Saints. The Texans and the Jets. I'm taking the Texans. You guys know I'm picking the Texans. The Jets are a hot mess right now. I don't know if Zach Wilson is starting at QB or not. I saw that news article about him. I saw what Aaron Rodgers said about that news reporter and things like that. There's just too much drama on the Jets for my liking. Too many off-the-field distractions. And the Texans, they seem like a team that's ready to, rock. And I think they're digging what they got going down. Losing Tank Dell was huge for them. I feel for him. He was a great player this season, and wishing him a speedy recovery. But yeah, I think the Texans take on the Jets and win. Oh, game of the week. We got the Rams versus the Ravens. And if you're watching this for the first time and you haven't guessed, I am a huge Los Angeles Rams fan. The majority of this channel is about the LA Rams. The channel was started so I could talk to the Rams fan and other people about the Rams. The Ravens are coming off a bye. However, I never pick against the Rams. And I do think the Rams can win this game. I think the Rams are getting hot at the right time. I think that they beat Seattle, who came off of a bye. So I don't know. I like a lot of what the Rams have to offer right now. The Ravens are a great team. There's a reason why they're 9-3, but I think the Rams could take this. I know that the Ravens have been destroying NFC teams, especially when they go to Baltimore. The Rams have played the Ravens a surprising amount the past couple of years. I think because they played them last year. They played them the year before that too. So I could see a scenario where just that familiarity kind of gives the Rams some help. But yeah, it's going to be a tall task. This is probably depending on week 18, this is probably the toughest game on the Rams schedule. So cheering for the Rams, obviously. I think they can get the W here. The Vikings and the Raiders. Wow, I have no clue. The Vikings got a much-needed bye. I think, were the Raiders on bye last week? I forgot. It's in Vegas. Okay, this is I'm struggling picking this game here. The purple versus the silver and black. The Raiders have the interim coach magic on their side. The Vikings have the Josh Dobbs magic on their side. Has that magic run out? Kind of did when they played the Bears. You know what? Now I'm thinking that the Vikings look so bad versus the Bears. But then was that like a one-off division rival? You know what? I'm taking the Pastronaut and the Vikings to over the Raiders. I don't think the Vikings win out, but I think they beat the Raiders. I want the Raiders to win this game because that would help the Rams. But no, I think the Vikings take on the Raiders and get the dub. Ooh, the Seahawks and the 49ers. That's interesting. It's in San Francisco. It's a NFC West division matchup. The Niners destroyed the Seahawks just like 2 weeks ago. The Seahawks just barely lost to the Cowboys. And what was a really fun game on Thursday Night Football. You know, the Niners have all the hype in the world right now, especially beating the Eagles like that. It would, on paper, I am like the 96% of people that want to pick the Niners. However, I'm going to make this one of my upset picks this week. I think the Seahawks are still a good team. They normally play the Niners pretty hard. And I don't know. There's something about that recency test, right? Of like, okay, they just played them like a couple weeks ago. I think there's a scenario where the Seahawks can go into San Francisco and get the W. It's a tall task. And again, Seahawks losing, would help the Rams in terms of the playoff race. But I'm thinking that Seattle gets the W here. I'm picking that as one of my upsets here. Oh, zoom in. All right, the Buffalo Bills versus Kansas City Chiefs. Ooh, whoa, that's big. Okay, it's in Kansas City, which is that reason I would think to take the Chiefs. However, the Chiefs didn't look super good against the Packers. Shout out, I like dogs. I know you're a resident Chiefs fan. I don't, but the Bills have been so inconsistent this year. There's a reason why they're 6-6. They almost beat the Eagles. This is a tough one. You know what? I think the Chiefs are a really well-coached team. It's rare for Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid and company to lose back-to-back games. I'm taking the Chiefs here. I think this could be a really fun game. Historically, when these teams have played each other the past couple of years, it's been a pretty good game. But yeah, I'm taking the Chiefs to get the win over the Bills. Okay, the Buffalo Bills. No, I just took the Buffalo Bills. The Broncos, the Denver Broncos, the Los Angeles Chargers. What a hard game to pick. Chargers, I feel for your fans. Chargers fans, I feel for you. The Broncos had one of the weirdest 5-game winning streaks I've ever seen in NFL history. Chargers had one of the ugliest wins last week against the Patriots, 6-0 I've ever seen in NFL history. Taking the Broncos. And will this be the week Brandon Staley gets fired? I don't know. That's just something